because of one careless moment. My wife and I were suddenly separated by 2 different doors. My father-in-law broke the news to me right away, telling me that she was gone, but I felt strangely calm. I calmly wiped the blood off my shoes, calmly went to buy some chocolate, but the chocolate got stuck in the vending machine. I didn't get angry about it, didn't go find a staff member either, just quietly took a picture of the vending machine's customer service contact. The next day, friends and family gathered together, mourning her passing. Some people were crying their hearts out, others were silently weeping, but I remained calm, expressionless. I seemed like I hadn't yet grasped the reality that she was gone. The evening music was deeply sorrowful. Everyone there was in low spirits, sharing memories of her life, but I acted like it had nothing to do with me, completely indifferent. To avoid ruining the atmosphere, I hid in the bathroom, pinching my cheeks hard, trying to squeeze out some tears from my eyes, while even making my eyes red would be something, but I gave up. In that moment, I started questioning myself. Did I not care about her at all? Then my phone suddenly rang. Seeing the phone, I suddenly remembered that vending machine at the hospital. So I walked into a room alone. I started writing to the vending machine customer service, to the vending machine company. I'm writing to report a very unpleasant shopping experience. The vending machine at St. Andrew's Hospital malfunctioned. I put in my money to buy chocolate. It should have dropped down, but unfortunately, it didn't. I'm very upset. Of course, not because my wife just passed away. To explain the situation, I'll write down everything that happened that day. And so I began writing obsessively, as if at that moment the vending machine problem was more important than her death. After a while, I had filled several sheets of paper. I was supposed to just be describing the day of the accident, but somehow, between the lines, were all the feelings for her I couldn't put into words. After the funeral, I went back to work. My colleagues gave me strange looks. I should have taken some time off, and not come to work right after the funeral ended. But I ignored everyone else, just worked seriously, attended meetings seriously. I didn't understand why my colleagues kept telling me to rest, why they seemed sadder than I was. I was perfectly fine. Even my father-in-law would cry in front of me. My dad would inexplicably come help me water the plants, always hinting that I shouldn't be too heartbroken. I didn't understand why everyone thought I was devastated. But her leaving, to me, wasn't really that sad. I could even casually joke about myself with strangers.
I didn't love that way. No, she gone and I feel sad.
This day, I sat at home eating dinner alone. The huge house was terrifyingly quiet. I saw the seashell on the table, remembered it was her favorite thing. Opening the fridge, I found a note she had written stuck on it. Remember to fix the fridge. I used to always ignore it, but now I wanted to listen to her. So I got my tools and started fixing it. But what did I know about repairs? In no time, the fridge that was just leaking water was torn apart by me. Looking at the mess throughout the house, I felt strangely comfortable. Later, I developed a love for taking things apart. I dismantled the office computer, took apart the iron door in the company bathroom, even dismantled the coffee machine she bought. But these small things weren't satisfying anymore. So I put on a suit and went to a construction site, paid to work as a laborer for a day. The foreman didn't ask questions, gave me a hammer, and let me start working. A colleague handed me a sledgehammer. I started smashing walls with all my strength, tearing everything down. The workers started betting, this guy's definitely got some serious issues. But I was perfectly normal, not sad, and had no reason. It just made me feel good. This day, I accidentally discovered my nephew drumming with abandon. Listening to the infectious rhythm, I started dancing like a zombie. It seemed like I could feel a bit of happiness from it. I just hadn't realized yet. Even though I wasn't sad, I was trying all sorts of ways to make myself happy. I had my nephew save the music to my phone, and then my colleagues, seeing my unusual behavior, came over to check on me, but my answer was always, I'm fine. I clearly felt I wasn't crazy, clearly said I was fine, yet I kept inexplicably seeing her right in front of me. I also kept seeing her appear in mirrors. I seemed to realize I was having hallucinations, but after getting a complete checkup at the hospital, the doctor said there was nothing wrong with me. This day, I went to the construction site again to demolish houses, but accidentally stepped on a nail.
Oh, God damn, that fucking hurt! Whoa! Shit, yeah!
Later, I never went back to demolishing houses at construction sites. Instead, I drove a bulldozer and demolished my own villa. The usually empty rooms were finally no longer spacious, but filled with rubble. Seeing this scene, I felt unusually refreshed. Then I walked into our bedroom, without thinking, swung the hammer down, like I wanted to smash away everything about her, and smash away the reality I couldn't accept. In the broken cabinet was a piece of paper. I opened it and looked. It was her pregnancy test report, but she never told me she was pregnant. I immediately drove to ask my in-laws for answers. The sunlight was blinding on the road. I opened the sun visor and found another note she had left inside, but my mind was completely focused on her pregnancy. When I arrived at my father-in-law's house, they happened to be having a memorial service for their daughter, but I ignored everyone present and directly asked my in-laws, was she pregnant? The two were shocked by this sudden question.
Why didn't she tell me?
My mother-in-law who came over told me, that child wasn't yours. My daughter was seeing someone else. I was the one who went with her to the hospital to terminate the pregnancy. This day, I came to her gravestone and happened to see a strange man also bringing flowers. I knew this must be her lover, but he told me, I'm the driver of the other car. After saying this, the man shed tears of guilt. I had to comfort him. On my way back, I picked up the note I had carelessly thrown away. It was a little joke she had written for me. If it's a rainy day, you won't see me. If it's a sunny day, you'll think of me. I suddenly remembered all the notes scattered throughout our life, and suddenly truly remembered her. Finally, my laughter turned to tears. After she left, I clearly felt like I didn't care, yet I did all sorts of unusual things. I clearly didn't feel sad, yet desperately craved happiness. People say when you lose someone you love, you won't feel sad, because your heart refuses to accept the truth. Maybe it wasn't until this moment that I realized she was really gone, really had left me.